In a new effort to clean up the city and get the unhoused into shelters, the mayor of Portland now says more camps across the city will go. Now, this news comes after leaders say the plan is working in Old Town. Tonight, we are hearing reaction to this from neighbors and a woman who's homeless. Fox 12's Connor McCarthy joins us live in downtown Portland with much more on this plan. Connor?
Well, Bonnie, this empty sidewalk right here behind me used to be full of tents until this morning when it was cleared. Now, a viewer snapped the photos of the camp removal that happened just today, and you'll see those in a moment. But for those I talked to who work with the unhoused, were unhoused, or are currently unhoused, removing camps isn't the only solution to keep people off the streets. It's a complex issue with complex solutions. But one thing's clear to some city leaders: the unhoused need to be moved off the streets and into shelters.
I do consider these streets to be an offense against the people out here.
Vernon Padberg has lived in Old Town for 13 years. He's witnessed camp removals and the trauma they can cause to the unhoused. These photos are from a viewer, and they show a camp removal happening on the corner of Northwest 3rd Avenue Tuesday morning.
They had so very little to start with, and taking what they had just leaves them in a worse position than they were in to start with.
The city of Portland says they have about 4,000 complaints of unwanted camping in neighborhoods across the city. Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler says a newly formed Street Services Coordination Center helped remove 343 tents in April and May of this year. The center also reached out to nearly 150 houseless individuals to help them get services. The mayor sees this working, and this could roll out in other neighborhoods. But executive director of the Blanchet House says not everyone wants shelter.
You've either had really bad experiences in shelter programs before, or being inside freaks them out. I mean, some people were resistant to coming back inside and eating at Blanchet House because just being inside with other people freaks them out and terrifies them.
The city is already putting up notices for campers, like this one on Northwest Flanders and 3rd Avenue. But Padberg says they shouldn't have to move.
I'll let them clean up their garbage, but as long as they're doing that, leave them alone,
No matter your view, one houseless individual who didn't want her face on camera wants the public to hear this message.
But I'd give anything on the line if it meant for somebody to have a better life, a better smile, a better day, anything to make them keep going. And I pray. The basics are food, water, shelter, clothes. I've been Oregonian all my life, and I love this place. Life is precious, life is sweet. It would knock you off your feet, but take care of what you have, because that may be all you have, and last day you have it.
Yeah, and Bonnie, the city of Portland declined to do an on-camera interview about this because they're actually getting death threats from people who oppose the removal of camps. But they did say when a notice of a camp removal is posted in a neighborhood, those campers have 72 hours to leave the area. And between 72 hours and 10 days after that posting, crews will come in and clear the camps. I did ask when the next time a camp will be removed and which ones will be next. They didn't say. All they said, it's based on a priority basis. Live in downtown Portland, Connor McCarthy, Fox 12 Oregon.